Hi folks. The last video I made, the sound was pretty atrocious, so I had to go and buy a mic, which is placed here, and I hope the sound would be a lot better. This video is titled Changing My Approach to Collecting. It's a pretty significant change which I'm about to embark upon. I have a few notes here, just a quick little history which have led me to this point. I've been in this game for collecting vinyl, jazz vinyl, for 15 years or something. When I first got into vinyl, I started buying all kinds of pressings from, for example, Andreas, a record store in Stockholm, and a great record store, and as well as online. And then that went on for a while. It was like I said, all kinds of pressings, but then I started to buy some original Chet Baker albums from the online store Jazz Record Scene, not around anymore, but and I guess that was the starting point for me buying original pressings. It was the Chet Baker albums on Prestige, the Smoking with the Chet Baker Quintet and so on. They were not that expensive, but I guess I got the first pressing bug then, and at the time I listened to a lot of Lee Morgan, still do of course, and I wanted to acquire original titles by him on, for example, Blue Note, and you know where this is going. I established a connection with a high-end vintage jazz dealer, and the rest is history, I guess. But the prices he commanded for this original Lee Morgan pressings on Blue Note were off the charts compared to what I've been used to buying earlier, and it was, if you think about it, it was a pretty large step from going from buying the all kinds of pressings, not originals, then Chet Baker on Prestige, and then to try and get Lee Morgan on Blue Note original pressings. I mean, the price differences was completely nuts, but you know, I went down that road and acquired so many great albums. Grails is the word, really, but I've been on that road ever since, pretty much. But during the last year, or maybe a bit longer, I've been thinking about getting more albums into the collection and build it a bit faster, because if you only buy the high-end and rare stuff on Blue Note, Prestige, Riverside, New Jazz, Impulse, and so on, building a sizable collection is impossible, for me at least. But so I've been exploring other labels, but still also the other more, Blue Note and Prestige and Riverside and stuff, but the cheaper titles on those labels. But I have found some outstanding titles for much more reasonable prices, and I've set, a high bar for albums. I look at of no more than about $200, which is still a lot of money, but it's peanuts compared to all the other stuff I've been collecting throughout the years. But and that's, high bar of $200 or about somewhere around that, preferably less. But I've decided this pretty recently. But it's been for like I said, I think the last year or something, or maybe even longer, I've been thinking about building the collection, getting more titles in each year a bit faster, and it's but the point is the dilemma for me also is, I want, for example, Mal Waldron's The Quest into my collection. That's one of my favorite albums. So what to do? It will cost the very first pressing, which I acquired not too long ago. It's extremely rare, and it will cost a pretty penny. So, but I feel I just had to have that album. But there are other titles that are maybe on Blue Note, that I really want to acquire, because I love them music wise, and that goes for a lot of other let's say high-end labels like Prestige and Riverside and Impulse and so on. But I come to a point when, if I want to expand the collection, it will be impossible. It will be impossible to do that if I continue to buy these more pricier, expensive titles. It's just as simple as that. And so I've acquired there are so many wonderful titles on different labels, and this has also got me to explore some other labels which I haven't explored before quite in so much in depth. And so that's a good thing. You will expand your horizons, and you will discover more artists and more albums that you love. And but like I said, there are so many great albums that can be had for under $200 for sure. And I've started to buy some of these, and I will continue to do this, because it feels a bit, I haven't had a problem with this before, but it feels it's a bit crazy to buy one album when you can buy 15 albums for the same price, 15 wonderful, lovely albums. So that's what pretty much where I'm at right now. So I will try and have a high bar for what I'm willing to pay, and I will look for titles that I enjoy, and keep getting more stuff into the collection each year to build the collection a bit faster, because I want more stuff to listen to, of course. And my collection is it's not large, it's quite small, but that's because I've been buying these expensive titles, and I love those titles. I'm so glad that I bought them when I did. A lot of the really top tier, Blue Notes and so on, way back when they were very expensive, but nothing compared to today's prices. I wouldn't be able to buy those titles in today's market, that's for sure. But I'm so glad that because they are wonderful, they're great titles, great music, and an original 1500 series Blue Note is something special, right? So, but I don't see me, buying those kind of albums right now, at least. But it feels like it's a dilemma. It's worth it because of the title. It's worth it because the music is great, the presentation. It's a Blue Note, the original cover. It's lovely, and but it doesn't feel as well, I like the idea of getting 15 just as great titles, just as great music into the collection instead of one. So that's pretty much the bottom line. And I don't know how many records I have right now, including all of them, the reissues, not counting the EPs. I have a lot of EPs, original metronomes and stuff, but it's maybe a bit over 200 records, and so I mean, if I had went down the road of reissues from the beginning, maybe I would have 2,000 records instead. But that's a bit much, I think, overall. But I'm aiming to get maybe 700-800 records into the to have a collection of 700-800 records maybe. At the end of it, but but I'm still an original first pressing guy. I will only buy first pressings, and I will try and explore different labels. I will look for the cheaper titles on the other more hyped labels as well. But of course, I have to love them. Of course, that's a given. But there are so many great albums. For example, I bought this one, the 5. Let's see if I can get it here. Maybe you see me post this. This is 5 by Monk by 5 on Riverside original pressing. Amazing album, and this was didn't cost a lot compared to other titles I've acquired through the years. It's nothing really. So I would go for this kind of stuff in this kind of price range, and you get an original Riverside. I mean, this is awesome. So this is the kind of stuff I will be going for example. And but I mean, I won't be getting, oh well, maybe this one or something. I won't be getting this kind of stuff anymore. I mean, this is superb original Blue Notes, Hank Mobley, and this will cost so much, and it would take months to save up for this, and then I'll only be buying this album and won't be able to save up for vacations and the new house and all kinds of stuff. But so the sacrifice is a large one, but I'm so glad I have this. Of course, this is a wonderful album, but in near mint condition, the vinyl and the cover. But this is, I'd rather have 15 of those like the Monk than one of these. This is where I'm at right now, and so, but like I said, it's quite a dilemma sometimes, because, for example, I acquired Larry Young's Into Something a month back or something, or a few weeks, and I guess that was the last more expensive album I bought for a while. But that title, I just, I had to have that title. That's the dilemma. It's I guess I have to refrain from my impulses or my feelings towards some specific titles that I really want. If they are too expensive, I have to I have to maybe refrain from buying those. That's the way it has to be. And this is superb album, and the cover is one of my favorites. So it will be hard, let's put it that way, to refrain from feel the urge to acquire this kind of title when it becomes available, because I've done it for so long, and I've been able to acquire some amazing titles, but this is expensive, but not like the Hank, for example. That's off the charts right now anyway, but it was very expensive when I bought it as well. But it will be hard to let this kind of stuff go when it becomes available. But I have to reprogram my head, I guess, to think about, well, there are this and this and this and this title on Verve and Mode and I don't know, Jazzland or something, that are so great, and I will get maybe I don't know, 7-8 albums or something, I don't know, instead of this. So that's the path I'm taking right now anyway. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. I just had to for me it's an important step or evolution in my collecting as it stands right now. This can change. I mean, I can go, I can maybe, if a title becomes available that I've been looking for a long time for, and it's quite expensive, who knows, maybe I will go for that one. But as it stands right now, I will concentrate on the more reasonable priced titles, which is still lovely music. That's an important, just as lovely as the high-end titles or the more expensive titles many times. So I will try and walk down this path, and let's see how many albums I get in each year. Maybe it will be a shock. Maybe I will get to buy more IKEA shelves. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys are doing great and you are all enjoying your collections. And please subscribe and leave a comment on maybe how your approach to collecting. So it will be interesting to read your comments. Have a great one. See you next time. Bye.